On to our next story. Let me ask you a question. Do you know which is the safest mode of transport? Statistically, airplanes. When we board a plane, we trust the pilots to ensure a safe journey. Turns out, our trust may be misplaced. A new survey has found that 66% of Indian pilots snooze in the cockpit. What are the risks associated with these findings and how much of the blame do the air carriers take? Our next report telling you.
I have a question for you. Do you doze off while taking a flight? Well, guess what? Your pilot does too. A new survey says 66% of Indian pilots doze off in the cockpit. A startling revelation that has left the aviation sector worried. The survey was conducted by an NGO called Safety Matters Foundation. They checked the level of fatigue among Indian pilots. Fatigue that usually leads to daytime sleepiness. Nearly 542 pilots took part in the survey. So what does the data say? 41% say they suffered from daytime sleepiness. 54% suffered from severe excessive daytime sleepiness. 66% of pilots said they had experienced micro-sleep. That means just unintentionally dozing off. 31% admit to having a close call while flying. But why are our pilots so tired? The answer is back-to-back flights. Pilots are assigned continuous flights in the morning. This results in growing fatigue. This fatigue is one of the biggest contributing factors for the sleepiness. Pilots say they mostly wake up around 3 a.m. This is the time when the body needs the most sleep. So clearly that adds to the fatigue. Others blame the lifestyle of these pilots, which includes partying and alcohol. Some even cite the pandemic as a reason. Airlines are currently working with reduced workforce. This means pilots now have to fly for longer hours. But regardless of the reason, this survey is concerning. This is because fatigue is one of the main reasons causing airline accidents. In fact, fatigue is a known factor in a lot of aviation accidents. It was a contributing factor in the 2010 Mangalore crash, one that ended up killing 158 people. Residual sleepiness and impaired judgment contributed to the accident, both of which were caused because the pilots were tired. The cockpit voice recorder indicated that the captain was asleep for over 90 minutes. So what can the Indian Civil Aviation Authority do? To begin with, putting in place fatigue risk management systems. Currently, there are no rules drafted to manage fatigue. For airlines, they should hire more pilots instead of overworking the existing ones, because this is one place where dozing off could be a matter of life and death.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.